Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing? Hope that your day is going well. I wanted to just, it's too much light. Wanted to just break in kind of impromptu and let me see if I can get this in a better position. Just kind of share what's on my heart. Tonight for 8 o'clock, of course, we are going to be in our regular Monday night discussion. And I decided to kind of shift it up tonight. We're going to deal with mindset. We're going to deal with mindset tonight. And I'm talking tonight about a formula for, I forget exactly how I titled it, but it basically boils down to a formula for how queens level up. You know, you wonder how is it that certain women always seem to rise, and they always say cream rises to the top. Well, there's a formula for a woman leveling up, and it's going to be profound but practical at the same time. So really, you should get in on time and have something to write with. I want you to really take notes on this, and I want you to meditate on this when it's all said and done, because this stuff here is the kind of stuff that really changes lives. I was watching Anthony O'Neill's channel, and a brother on there really kind of always knew these principles and practiced them, but brother pulled these things together for me in a way that I saw it in a different way that helped me to formulate the lesson that I'm going to be sharing with you all tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, before I get into what I want to talk about for just a few minutes here live, we're going to go, Lisa and I are really trying to figure the Patreon platform out. But we're going to do our Zoom call with our patrons tomorrow night, as opposed to the night, because we're still trying to figure some stuff out. And so I need you to stay glued. Those of you who are on Patreon, I want you to stay glued to the platform. You may very well get something in your email as well with the link. And tomorrow night, let's say tomorrow night for 8 o'clock, Lisa and I will meet all of our Patreon patrons on the Zoom platform, where we can kind of talk and I can see you and you can see me. And I don't know exactly how that's going to go, but we can't stay on there all night. But at this point, we have a small enough number on Patreon that I think will be all right. But it's growing, and I appreciate that. But let me say this: you have to protect your peace by all means. You have to protect your peace by all means. There is no such thing as, hear this statement very clearly. There is no such thing as a successful life without peace. If you don't have peace, you're not living a successful life. You're not living a prosperous life if you don't have peace. Now, your peace is your responsibility. Point blank. Nobody else in the world is responsible for your happiness or your peace but you. Now watch this. Your peace is so important. It is so important to how you live your life. It's so important to your mental. It's so important to your spiritual. It's so important to your destiny and your future that anything or anyone that tampers with your peace has to go. Now, I know that we have situations where we have relationships with family members, like Sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes it's parents. And, you know, that's a tough one. You're like, okay, you know what, this is my mom, this is my dad, you know, but at the same time, they're killing my peace. Sometimes it's siblings. Sometimes it's, you know, it's a spouse. In each of those cases, I need you to understand this. You have to protect your peace. Now, I'll say this much. When it comes down to parents and spouses and all of that, and whatever, children or whatever, you do as much as you can. You do your very best to make certain that when all is said and done, you can put your head on the pillow and you can say, I did my best, but hey, I don't care if it's mom, man. If mom is killing your peace, you have to, you know, at best, create some boundaries around mom. You know what I'm saying? But you're not living if you don't have peace. And anything and anybody that robs you of your peace. You see, people can't give you, they cannot give you your peace, but they can certainly steal it. You should never be so in love with a person that you allow them to rob you of your peace. You should never be in love with a person to the point that you allow them to rob you of your peace. I don't care nothing about no love affair, no best friend, none of that. If you don't have peace, you ain't got nothing. And it is your responsibility to protect your peace by any means necessary. Now, some of you all are sitting here right now, and I want you to hear this. I need you to really open your ears and hear what I'm saying to you. Some of you all are sitting here right now, and you're listening to me, and you're in a place where you're in a place of confusion. Your peace is just, it's like it's been vacuumed out of you. It's like you've just been drained of your peace. And you don't know why you're in this place. You have to begin, when you're in a posture where your peace has been drained and you can't figure out what happened, where it went, it's then that you have to sit, get out of your emotions, get in your spirit and begin to discern and ask the Holy Spirit to reveal your circle to you. Because dogs don't usually rob us of our peace. Cats don't usually, animals don't usually rob us of our peace. You know, your furniture in your house, it's not robbing you of your peace. It's people. When you find yourself in a place of heaviness and depression and loaded down, there's somebody in your circle that is triggering you and stealing your peace. This is why I say it is far better to be happy and healthy, thank you, Tanji, by yourself than to be locked up with somebody toxic who's constantly robbing you of your peace. What if the person is me? Well, now you know you need therapy, you know, and sometimes that is the case. You know, I'm glad you put that on there, you know, because you really bring it to another level. Sometimes it is me that is robbing me of my peace. So it means that, watch this, since I'm the only person in the world that I can't separate or create boundaries around, it means that I have to go and I have to do the work to renew my mind. Thank you, Yolam. I think I said that right. I got to renew my mind. Because sometimes we've been indoctrinated with thoughts and things and perspectives and dogmas that other people have given us that live between our ears And it is a little voice on the inside that is constantly robbing us of our peace. I'm glad you brought that out. You got to protect your peace at all cost. Thank you, Lorraine. When you get around somebody, you know, hey, every one of y'all, when you're around somebody, you know when their energy does not agree with your spirit. You got to stop hoping and wishing that it changes. You see, when I get around you and I sense that strangeness, I'm not going to try to finish out the night. Thank you, Laquana. I love you. I'm not going to try to finish out the night, and hoping that it gets better. I'm not going to try to do a week of it to see how it turns out. No. That is as foolish as putting your hand on the stove and realizing that you feel the heat and continuing to move in until you get burned. You have to protect your peace. Thank you, Felicia. You have to do that. You got to stop desiring all of this stuff and running behind all of these ideas of what you think is going to make your life fulfilled, relationships, love affairs, sex, things, fitness, transformation. Thank you. You got to protect your peace. Patricia, thank you so much. Listen, sometimes you're out here spending money on stuff that is robbing you of your peace. You're overloading yourself with things, for things. It's better for you to you got this house or whatever you're living in, and it's nice, it's beautiful, sure it is. But are you a success because you live in a 5-6 bedroom house and you're miserable? I would call you more of a success if you got rid of that thing and went and got you an apartment that you can more than afford and be able to pay your little rent, put you some money up, restructure your life, come back again when the market changes and redo this stuff all over again in a better way. You got to protect your peace. Don't answer the phone for everybody. Stop feeling responsible to answer the phone because they called. You know these people don't ever leave you feeling good about yourself or about life. I don't care who they are. You are not responsible to answer no phone for nobody that's not your child, your minor child at that, or your spouse, or your mother, your parent, or something like that. You ain't responsible to be answering the phone. And if any of those people are toxic, you got to ask yourself 2 or 3 times, should I even answer for them? Because you got to protect your peace. People can't give you peace, but they can steal it. See, like, me, for instance, one of the ways I protect my peace, I don't open myself up for a whole lot of, interaction with people. I don't let people have access to me to just, no. You're not gonna just pull your trash into me. Like, I don't really read in comments on social media platforms. I don't read that stuff, man. People be in there saying all kind of stuff. I really don't, I don't care. I think that's Shaft. Thank you so much. I don't care. I don't care to read it because I don't want it polluting my spirit. Self-love, thank you. Finally had the courage to report sexual harassment at work. Please pray for me for clearing, oh my goodness, let's see, I lost it. For clearing my spirit for a good resolution for everyone involved. See, I applaud your courage. That's protecting your peace. That is protecting your peace. And we stand together with you as a family and a community that the Spirit of God will continue to strengthen you and embolden you and give you the outcomes that you deserve. Thank you, Angela. You got to protect your peace by any means necessary. I was saying I don't read too much of, I don't go too deep into feeds and all of that, because sometimes I get mad. And when I get mad, I start typing stuff that's beneath me. And sometimes Holy Spirit has to tell me that, delete that and do not respond to this. Thank you, Nicole. I got to protect my peace. You have to figure out what you need to do to protect your peace. There's some people I just can't have around me. I mean, they're not bad people. I want y'all to hear this. They're not necessarily bad people. Thank you, Tammy. But they just don't agree with my spirit. You know what I'm saying? They just something, I don't know. They just don't agree with my spirit. And so I can't live my life walking on eggshells and, trying to accommodate you when you don't really agree with my spirit. If I'm gonna have somebody all up in my space, I need people in my space that I'm comfortable with. My peace is too important for me to be just sitting around, trying to, you gotta protect your peace. You gotta stop answering this phone. You gotta stop feeling responsible. Thank you, Nezzy, to go out and to be with, these people and hanging out and all of this kind of stuff, inviting people over to your house. Marte, thank you. That's all the way from Europe, that looks like. Thank you so much. Feeling like you got to invite these people to your house and your family. Tell me, you got the biggest house in the family. You responsible. I ain't responsible for nothing. Don't let people put those false responsibilities on you when it is impacting your peace. Stop doing stuff because people expect you to do it. You got to protect your peace. If you're dating somebody and they trying to push it to the next level, but you don't really feel it, but you've been in the relationship for so long or whatever, and maybe y'all been on the social media, now all of the family and the friends expect it, but you don't have peace about it, be honest about that. It's far better for you to have a serious conversation, thank you, Felicia, and be honest, than it is for you to keep going on with this and get your life all tied up with somebody that's really not doing it for you. Thank you, Renee. It's better for you to have a 3, 4, 5-minute conversation, let it go where it's gonna go, say what you need to say, and when you leave away from there, you've gotten it all for your heart, you reposition your life, but you don't need to keep going forward into something that, Leroyce, I'm thinking that is. Thank you so much. You got to protect your peace, man. You got to protect your peace. Because at this age and at this stage in my life, there's nothing more valuable than peace. Every young man or even older man that I can talk to that would ask me, what should a man look for in a woman he might consider to be his wife? And I mean, curves and all that is nice if that's what you want. Thank you, Judy. All that's nice, but that's gonna fade. You're gonna need a woman. There's just an S there, but thank you. You're gonna need a woman that gives you peace. Thank you, Max. Every wise man chooses the woman that brings him peace. And watch this, if you flip that coin, every wise woman chooses the man that brings her peace. Brittany, thank you so much. Peace. I was looking at Lisa and I, one of our earlier pictures. I guess we had been married 6, 7 years or so. I don't have it with me, it's in another room. And I looked at how much we've changed in terms of the way we look. I didn't have all of this gray, and she was about, as big as my finger. And I was smaller. Yeah, I had lost weight at that point. And I said, now, what has kept us together all of these years? 28 years. We're getting ready to celebrate 28 years. October 1st, we're going to celebrate 28 years in South Africa. We're going to Johannesburg. What's kept us together? You know what it's been? Lisa's always been my peace. She's always been the place where, thank you, Annette. Thank you, Jessica. She's always been the place for me where my soul could breathe, where I don't have to be Superman. That's why we've, and I've tried to be that for her. I've tried to allow her to be able to vent and go through some of her process, and she's done the same for me. You don't need people in your life that don't bring you peace. Even before you go and buy a house, man, walk in there and just sense, ask God to give you a sense. Now, is there a peace in here? Do I feel a peace in here? Because the most important thing in your life is your peace. You gotta guard it. You gotta protect it by any means necessary. You can't let nobody play with your mind. When you find somebody that's saying things to you that you've allowed in your life, and they're saying things to you that are triggering you and ruining your day, you got to get those people out of your life. There's no two ways about it. You got to get those two people out of your life. You got to get those, whoever they are, you got to get them out of your life. You got to guard your peace. You go to a church, I don't care how long you've been there. And if there's just drama and no peace, you need another church. Go to your job. And I believe with all my heart, we go to job, make a paycheck. But if you don't have no peace, you can always get another job. But you got to guard your peace. So I wanted to just come in and say that to you just straight from the heart. No bells and whistles, just straight from the heart. I want you to guard your peace. So now listen, again, I want you to meet me tonight right here, 8 o'clock. It's going to be amazing. Get in on time, invite others to come in and to be a part of this conversation tonight. And we're going to do the Zoom tomorrow night. We're not going to do it tonight because we need to figure some things out. I want to make certain that we have some things in order. And so tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, we're going to do the live Zoom call for those of you that are on the Patreon platform with us. We thank God for all of you. I think right now we got about 45 of you last time I checked. And that's a number that we can kind of manage. When the numbers get larger and larger, then we'll have to figure out how to run the Zoom because I can't be on there all night. But I'm looking forward to being able to talk with you and share with you and see you and interact with you. And so I love you. Looking forward to you being in place tonight. You being in place tonight. And invite some others to come in. God bless you, my babies. I want you to have a great one. And see you in a little while.